Welcome everybody, this is Double Player with a game from the Southeast Asian qualifiers. That's right, that's the second day, and here I am casting Orange Esports Dota versus Scythe SG. And so far, we have quite interesting picks, as Orange just beeline for Lycan. And Scythe SG responded with Nature's Prophet and Enchantress. I assume Nature's Prophet is going to go off lane, whereas Enchantress will go to the jungle. Because I don't think the other way around works that well. But yeah, Sand King as well is going to be picked for the teamfight prowess. And Axe is going to get picked up. I assume, well, maybe they want to use Axe to creep cut to neuter some of Lycan's pushing shenanigans. And Puck and Templar Assassin picked right afterwards. Templar Assassin, well, Puck doesn't really have anything to get rid of Templar Assassin's refraction quickly, at least. So Puck pretty much has to rely on making creeps hit Templar Assassin enough times, or his teammate. Mostly regarding a 1v1 situation on mid.
Reserve time.
But yeah, standard bans went out. Rubik, Naga Siren, Invoker, and a Bad Rider. And Brewmaster also has been going in back to pro games thanks to his, well, his Agonist changed him quite a bit. And as well as the guaranteed evasion or critical strike also helped him as well. But yeah, it seems like Orange is gonna go for a victory in the middle game. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Nope. But yeah, Scythe doesn't really have anything late game either. Well, Nature's Prophet can become quite a decent damage dealer, but he needs quite a bit of items, as well as, well, levels help him as well, as he can, as his stat gain helps him as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Wind Ranger at your service.
And that's a Wind Ranger pick.
Radiant team ban.
She's probably gonna go off lane against Nature's Prophet.
Dire team ban.
In the Darkseer ban. I guess they thought Orange was planning to grab Darkseer for the vacuum into Sand King's epicenter. And
Radiant
Shadow
team
Demon
pick.
getting banned, as they noticed Scythe doesn't really have any lane supports, or babysitters as some people like to call it. But yeah, Scythe has plenty of time for last pick,
10 seconds remaining.
as they almost as their bonus time is almost
5
untouched.
seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Alchemist.
And that's going to be an Alchemist for the Scythe SG's late game. Also, it's quite curious. Well, maybe the Darkseer ban, maybe they were afraid of just Orange being able to Dream Coil everyone, which would be quite an annoyance, and that's a Viper pick. Carry Viper, I presume. As soon as people start getting into the game, or rather, as soon as people pick their heroes, we're going to go into the game. Is there some... It's either some sort of indecision or just trying to figure out 100% how to lane Orange's lineup,
10
as it's
seconds remaining.
a bit unusual.
5 seconds remaining.
It's like Scythes isn't that common. And yeah, that's a genuine Triumph HUD. And feature calls for someone on Orange's side. Yeah, that's an HUD that you can get when you buy yourself the compendium. The total price pool for TI4 currently is 5,350,000, if I'm not mistaken. Just quite a lot. But yeah, we have on the Scythe side, we have Hana, Nature's Prophet, Miracle on Templar Assassin, Expredum on Enchantress, Gibix or GBX on Alchemist, and Polason on Axe. And on Orange's side, we're going to have Away Game as Pulse Box. Away. Winter on Puck. Ah, there it goes. Listen to me. We have Winter on Puck, Sharky on Sand King, is Sarah on Viper. I'm not sure how Lycan's nicknames is supposed to be read, so I'm gonna go for Socks, I guess. And Insidious C as Windranger. Giant and Wolf saying hi to each other. Oh, they were. Psycho was actually concerned if Orange wants to go for a level 1 Roche. Seems, considering the trend went right inside.
"30 seconds to battle."
Not sure why Polason didn't help with both. But I don't think that will be what, 20 gold and some experience. Much. But either way, yeah. Hana, Scythe of Ice, which he actually got from during the new Bloom event.
The battle begins.
Going offlane. Miracle going with a Templar Assassin. CDC getting ready to pick up the DD room. And X-Freedom is actually going to try and deny, but well, X-Freedom still has 10 seconds before jungle camps pop up. Sharky is in the near mid lane, so as to get ready, and ultimately Orange's way of reacting to the Templar Assassin pickup is, well, putting Viper against her. And damage over the crazy amounts of damage over time Viper has, just destroy any sort of defensive refraction charges, not changes. And Winter is gonna go solo offlane instead. I'm not doing that much. Besides from attempting to survive. Winder is actually going to jungle and he's going to find quite a bit of people. Well, people like creeps. And promptly backs out.
Denied.
Ysera actually gets damaged quite a bit. Although something tells me a big part of it was that tornado from the Wild Wing Ripper. Freedom sucking up. Jungle.
Pain fades away.
A region room picked up by Sand King. But yeah, I wonder. I kind of want to see Ana getting girl struck by Sharky. No follow up. Not that they could really do any follow up. Considering that in CDC still hasn't leveled anything. I checked stats, although it's clearly visible she didn't level any. Next Freedom smoked up. The Hellbear Smasher. And actually going to grab a Satyr Tormentor. And Miracle is getting quite damaged, but he'll just okay, so the gang was ultimately unsuccessful as Kent was still on cooldown, and I'm not sure if the Thunderclap hit. I'm pretty sure Shockwave hit, but I think the clap missed. Yeah, materialize. Miracle rather. I didn't say materialize.
Dire's
Oh.
bottom tower is under attack.
Seems like morning hours aren't good for me to cast. But yeah, Miracle is actually going to have quite a bit of trouble, especially since he leveled up Sideblades.
Dire's bottom
So whenever
tower is
he wants to
under
deny or last hit, there's a non-zero chance Sideblades will hit
Dire's structures are fortified.
Viper a turn.
Dire's
Okay,
bottom
that's a
tower
Battle
is
Hunger
under attack.
on Puck
Dire's
as he
bottom
tangles
tower
up,
has
phase
fallen.
shifts. That's already the first tower for Scythe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But the tower pushing shenanigans will start when Sox gets his levels. That's being used, so Miracle cannot just nailed away. But Orange will not be able to finish her off. Although something tells me quite a bit went into it. Well, mana-wise from Sand King. This
Dire's
area
top tower is under
probably
attack.
just shot a couple poison attacks.
But not quite.
Yeah, Orange Sharky decided to back up since even though he had haste, that doesn't mean that you can just go crazy aggressive on someone. Sharky
Dire's top tower is under
Sharky is not seen by Chipix, and the other way around is true as well. But yeah, Poloson and Sharky find each other. Poloson gets a shackle shot. Sharky gets called for a first blood.
Whittle them down, one by
As even a Sensual was used, so he cannot hide away in his Sandstorm. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Unstable Concoction cannot be disjointed, so. And
Mystery.
good to be king.
okay, Miracle gets a kill on Ysera, but afterwards Sand King kills off Miracle. But Miracle comes out on top as He's already level 7,
Dire's
whereas
top tower is under attack.
Sarah is level 5. Sarah, who keeps leveling up that corrosive skin. And Scythe is actually going to go for their second tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see, look at losses. Wilson actually got 43 already.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And in terms of mid, we have 27 slash 13 against total of 21 CS on Viper. Wilson blinking in, and I never really noticed when the Blink Dagger was purchased, but that's quite an early one. Something tells me that the first blood also helped him get it as early as he did, which is quite a big thing actually. It's quite unusual to see. Well, I guess considering the tactic Scythe is using,
Dire's top
it's not
tower is
that
under
weird
attack.
to see Palazzo maxing out counter Helix. As his task is to just make the enemy creeps go away. Well, Enchantress is actually taking care of that as well. As the top tier 2
Dire's top tower is under attack.
will fall.
Dire's
Miracle
top
getting the
tower
last hit.
has fallen.
Miracle playing together drums. She actually, yep, recipe. I must have blinked when she picked that up on the courier. But yeah, Winter going to push a bit, but not manage much ultimately. It's an Invis rune for Miracle, which is quite a
Dire's
tool
middle tower
for
is under
her.
attack.
Okay. And Sarah actually,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Sarah
attack.
with the help of Dream Coil from Winter, finish up Hana.
Dire's middle
on
tower
bottom.
has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, Scythe instead is going to grab another tower, as there are only two outer defense towers left for Orange, whereas Scythe hasn't lost any towers. Not to mention, the middle one is full HP. The top tier 1 lost less than 200. The bottom tier 1 lost less than 600. And the call being used, and call was used, but the calling blade didn't actually finish off. But acid spray and on attack, and Enchantress is going to pull them off. But yeah, Paulson was actually mid jump to get that kill for himself, but even though Sharky fought valiantly,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
he falls. He was ultimately ganked by 4, no less. Like I'm picking up Resin, so has a Vladimir's. I think Orange has to figure out a way to give Lycan way more time so he can actually and well, they need to strengthen themselves up so Lycan can go ahead and push pretty much on his own. But even that plan is going to be not so easy, even if they do get strong enough. As Hana is just going to teleport everywhere. Wrath of Nature. Well, anything, and there's a Midas. A bit later than the 10-minute mark, but anything. Well, it's actually quite a weird pickup now that I think about it, considering that they're going for the pushing strategy so far. And yeah, in terms of levels,
Is under attack.
only Enchantress doesn't have her ultimate, but that's to be expected considering how much Freedom was walking around.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Hana
fortified.
TPing on up to try and fend off Sox as he takes down the first tower.
Radiant's top
Or
tower
rather,
is
Hana
under
denies
attack.
it, but still.
Dire's structures are
That's the power of
fortified.
Lycan. If you can do anything, you will suddenly lose a tower.
Dire's middle tower
But well,
has fallen.
Scythe takes a middle tier 2 for their own. There's only one tower left outside. And it already lost more than 200 HP so far. Another pickup by Axe Freedom. Viper is slowly building up to the mechans. Winter, 400 gold away from a Blink Dagger. I assume Sharky is also aiming for a Blink Dagger. Although it might take him quite a bit of time considering
Dire's
that
bottom tower is under attack.
died twice and he's not anywhere near a carry position. 100 gold on Lycan. I assume he's...
Dire's bottom tower is
Well,
under attack.
if he was aiming for a BKB, I would have thought
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
he would already buy the Ogre Club, but either way, Scythe gets the bottom tier 2, and only tier 3s remain. And Paulson actually picks... Oh dear, so much is actually used on this illusion of Sharky. It's
Radiant's
kind
middle
of
tower
embarrassing.
is under
And
attack.
Sharky actually
You down.
kills off Hana with the help of wolves. But yeah, GBX actually bought a Vanguard as well as a jumper, so also it's quite weird seeing like how many lasted? Yeah, 11 lasted Alchemist. But something tells me GBX was ready for this. And GBX is not okay, Winter blinks in, Dream coils GBX and no one else. Orbs away. Stun being used on Ysera, concussion rather. Sox, shapeshift. Jackal shot on X Freedom as he falls to a crit. Ysera is going to actually fall as well. While Sun blinking in and calling rather than calling. Concussion being used on Lycan. And Miracle finishes off Puck. Blink, call, and cold. So that's a 3. Sec. Oh, actually, Viper got killed by Roche. He denied himself. That's quite a good decision, and not to mention he was able to control the damage he's receiving and all of that. So, okay, 3 people died on side of Orange, but only 2 of them actually gave any credit to Scythe. Not to mention Scythe lost quite a bit of people. Let's destroy the tower. That's not helping me the gold chart. But yeah, speaking of gold difference, that's already breaking through the 10k mark. They're both being picked up by Hana. Miracle decided no, he doesn't want to give any of this, any gold, even though killing Psionic Trap gives only 1 gold, literally only 1 gold. Although I'm pretty sure if you were to kill multiple of them at the same, well, not at the same time, but in a period of time, when the comes full Grievel's Greed, you would get more. But yeah, Shackle Shot flying, not catching anyone really.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
has fallen.
like Sucks, which is down to bottom tier 1, and Shackle Shot catching up Paulson, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
nothing, no follow up. Lycan goes back to the base, and the tier 3 top is actually 106 at 168 HP. And Sharky got himself a Blink Dagger. Not sure if Scythe is aware of that fact. As okay, a Viper Strike was being used. And should be no, I don't know who was being used. But Miracle Aegis is being used. Range Ranger buys back. Olsen and GPX die. Miracle is going to die as well. Right now, is X-Premium going to? No, he won't run away, and Hana is also in quite a bit of trouble as well. So that's a whole team of Scythe dead, and it seems the epicenter was used, and I never really even noticed it. Whoops! But that's but it's not that strange. Like he just got a Blink Dagger. What's he going to do with epicenter? Hoard it. But yeah, that also gave Ysera enough gold to buy a mech. I'm not sure where the Vipers is, who the Viper struck. Where on whom did he cast Viper Strike on? Axe pulls Puck as he catches him out with his blink in the call. Better. Call. I can speak good English, you see? And it's actually 2200 gold for Paulson. I'm not really sure what's his plan currently. But yeah, so there was only one buyback currently. Or, well, I mean, that's on cooldown nurse of time rather than unusable due to lack of gold. But yeah, Sucks got himself a level 1 Necronomicon so far. Both teams have
Radiant's middle tower
one,
is under attack.
but Unlycan is that much more powerful as they get Feral Impulse, so the bonus attack speed and bonus damage. Miracle going to finish off the top tier 3 and gets himself a Desolator.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Sucks is actually going to just push middle tier 1
Radiant's middle tower
and TP back to top. As the range Rex is getting hit quite a bit. GBX going in with a stun. Paulson trying to call but misses. Epicenter being used by Sharky and Dreamcoil as well. So Paulson and Hana fall immediately. Miracle gets hit by Viper Strike. GBX was charging up a stun and used it on someone, but didn't really matter. And X-Freedom gets shackled and is going to die. So that's another team wipe for like no one died on Orange's side, I'm pretty sure. And I got this weird X and I tell you what. So the top tier 3 falls and they deal quite a bit of damage to the ranged barracks, but I'm not really sure if that was worth overcommitting this hard to this. I mean, earlier I could kinda sorta understand why they were committing so hard with Miracle having an Aegis, kinda sorta, not really, but this time was even weirder. Okay, they finished up the top tier 3 and get the ranged barracks to less than 500 HP, but I'm not sure if that's worth giving orange. I mean, like the 10k gold advantage has disappeared and is into the shape or size of 8,000, and something tells me it's actually gonna go even lower as the gold chart updates. In terms of experience, orange actually in quite the lead. Let's look at the... Yeah, it's the Enchantress and GBX falling behind. Mecha's being picked up by X-Freedom, as he's going to be pretty much a healing powerhouse. The Urn of Shadows mechanism and Nature's Attendant when he levels those up, because currently they're not healing that much. But yeah, that's a level 3 Necronomicon flying towards Icon. And like I said, they can get Howl, which is a bonus damage of 20. They get the Feral Impulse, which further increases their damage by 30% and get the additional attack speed, as long as they are around him, but pretty much bound to. And not to mention Shapeshift gives them maximum move speed. And Hana finishes up his, well, gets a level 3 Necronomicon as well. So yeah, pretty much every time Scythe is going to try to go for high ground, Sox is actually going to just punish them by going crazy hard into a tower and pretty much always killing it off as he passes by a Treant and doesn't really care if he gets scouted. Doesn't even care for that minuscule gold he would have gotten. Yeah, a BKB getting picked up by Miracle, and he also got himself a Gesha. Not sure if that was before or after, but and Axe is actually building himself up types of insight with a ring of health missing for the Hood of Defiance and a recipe, so that's like 1700 gold if I remember correctly. 1775 I think. Scythe is actually gonna go for Roche, as his armor force still minus 13, and Orange actually knows what's up, but they can't really do much. Although Winter pops in, Dream Coils, and I don't know what happened with his health. I assume Blade Mail. Viper gets called out, dies. Free Sox is gonna chase Axe, or not? No, Sax actually decides to TP away. So it was quite unfortunate for Orange, as Miracle picks up another Aegis, and Orange loses Viscera. I'm not sure, but I think he died even before he could get his mech off. It was also quite unfortunate that Winter just recoiled, and then he couldn't do much as he got hit really hard. I'm not sure what really happened there, but yeah, that's going to be top set of racks falling. Because Epicenter seems to have been actually used as well, but it's still on a 50-second cooldown.
Radiant's top tower is under
GBX
attack.
being hit with a shackle shot, but not latching onto anything. So yeah, something tells me Sox is gonna try and going to try to find an opening. Manta getting picked up by Templar Assassin. So both teams need to be very careful, since if Scythe just dies again, just like we've seen the two team wipes pretty much back to back. Sucks, and I got black heavily. Sox is just going to take the advantage and grab a tower by himself, and the rest of the team can just go for some other towers. And Sox is actually getting chased by a Scythe who's smoked up. And he gets called, concoction, double impeduses, and then called by Pelosi. So that's a big kill for Scythe actually, as he's dead for 40 seconds. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. So he can help. Well, he never bought back, and 2400 gold is more than
Dire's
enough.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's actually 3 times enough. But yeah, Scythe is actually going to go in and try to grab this tier 3 on bottom. And GBX, I'm not sure what he doing as far
Dire's
in.
bottom tower has fallen.
Viper Strike, hitting Miracle, Green Coil, catching Miracle and Hana. Epicenter being used, Sharky is probably going to die, or not. But Wind Ranger falls. Sox actually buys back and shapeshifts and starts chasing GBX. H is being used. Sharky finishing off Alchemist. Sanking bot back in the game. Puck finishes off Axe. Barrel Strike on 2 on Miracle and X Freedom, as the Sarah barely gets away. Buyback by CDC. And Lycon ultimately died as well, as there was too much damage on the Scythe side.
Dire's
And
middle tower is under attack.
Scythe is ultimately forced to retreat, or not, as they're going. If Sarah dies, or not, he's going to pretty much die right now. There we go, I was kind of surprised. Is the CDC going to fall? Yes, as he gets hit quite hard. The Desolator and all of that. And the bottom set of racks finally falls after this crazy team fight. Sharky decides that he doesn't want to give up. Enchantress gets killed off by Winter Blinking in and orbing, waning and orbing
Dire's middle tower
next freedom
is under
space.
attack.
But yeah, that's the final tier 3 falling. That's the last set of racks being right there in the open. X stunning sucks, but Sharky Barrel strikes him. Hana gets himself a BKB. Green Coil being used, but Puck falls, buys back, and Miracle is going to. Actually, Sox went in with a shapeshift, but he was forced to run away again. Should be X against himself, Maelstrom. And this top tier and up.
Dire's middle
This one tier
tower
4 is actually on at 130 health. Puck gets himself a Dagon. As a cry for more damage, I assume. But yeah, Scythe is not going to back up, and the pipes are actually finished. So, magic damage from Epicenter, well, Sand King is dead, so an Epicenter incoming.
Dire's middle
And
barracks.
magic damage from Puck, also going to get blocked. And Isara gets killed off. Sox gets sprouted and blown up with Wind Ranger. And that's going to be the final racks falling.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. The
And
Radiant
Scythe
now
is
have mega creeps.
just going to go ahead and finish up the animation as Orange calls GG.
Dire's middle
No surprise there.
tower
Sharky
Dire's
uses his very last epicenter,
Radiant victory.
and Miracle was able to finish his butterfly just before the ancient blew up. But yeah, this was quite a quick team fight, and it seems Orange wasn't able to give Lycan enough space for him to just push enough towers. As Scythe just got tower after tower after tower, and then team fights were so much in Scythe's favor. They couldn't really. Orange wasn't able to get back up again, as Lycan didn't really have that much damage on his own. Like outside of shapeshift, he didn't really do that much. But yeah, like I said, even though he was able to push pretty much 3 towers on his own, that wasn't enough for Orange to pick themselves up after Sharky got called at the beginning of the game. Well, beginning. But yeah, this has been Double Player. Thank you for tuning in. Signing off.